Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on out there? I'm Nemesis, and you, of course, know my home dog over here that I always talk about, Crypto Mikkel. Yo!
What up, guys? Welcome to late.
Late nights in the mine. So
I can't say that, but
right,
late night miners. We should call it late night miners for now.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's up, guys? Thank you, Nim, for having me on the channel tonight. Some people probably got the gist of it by now about what has happened, but some people haven't. We'll wait for everybody else to kind of roll in before we start talking about some stuff tonight.
Right.
How are all y'all doing?
Got our favorite people up in here. Red Panda Mining. Yo.
What's up,
Got
Red?
Ralph Cooper. Got Nerd. Yo.
Chris Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. And Big
Big
Rome.
Rome.
Yo, what's up? Got Hexadex. What's up, my man? Jay Myers.
What up, Jay? How you doing,
Gundy.
my man?
Oh, what's going on?
He says adapt and conquer. That is correct.
Yes.
That's what you have to do. I hope everybody had a fan. I hope everybody that is in the United States had a fantastic
Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day
Woo.
the other day.
I was thoroughly
hope you ate a lot of
stuffed.
food. Yeah, I ate a lot of food.
Went over to the
I
fam's
took
house.
A little nappy nap. Got a little nappy nap in there because sometimes you got to get a little nappy nap in.
Oh yeah.
You start that second course. I actually smoked a ham for
Ooh.
9 hours. 9 hours on Turkey Day.
Nice.
Turkey Day, but people wanted ham because family likes my ham for whatever reason.
Right.
You gotta stop making it so good, I guess.
I know. You just gotta mess it up at least once or twice.
That'd be a shame.
I would never mess up a good piece of meat. No.
Never ever. Jay says I'm hurting.
Still hurting, huh?
That is the understatement of the month.
Oh gosh.
Of the week. The last week was a interesting. Yeah. He says must have missed that 3.0 blog post. Yeah, you must have missed it, man. It got sent out. It got sent out to some emails as well. As far as I know, I heard some people got the email, so I know Jay got an email. But yeah, Yen is no more. As of the end of the year, Yen is done. It'll still be around, but it is no longer a social platform.
Right, it's gonna be for business to business.
Businesses.
Yeah.
Catering to businesses. They're out of crypto. They're out of the crypto game. So, along with that, DCTV is gone.
Yep.
They were one and the same, ran by the same people. We still got love for them, but yeah, no more DCTV. So no more late nights in the mine. But there is a silver lining to all of this, guys.
Oh, yes, there is.
There is something straight down below there that says DCA Adventure, and that's actually the new channel that we, a few of us actually got together. Me, Nemesis, and Mr. Anderson got together and kind of.
Yeah, we didn't want that DCTV to just the feel of it to end where they left it off at. There was still a lot of good material that was coming out of it that was very informative to all of you people out there.
Right.
And I know that it's like being on Hot Rod Mining, crypto and hot rods, and on my channel here, where it's like I've got my buddy on here because we don't want to skip a beat of getting good information out. But coming next week, if you would like to see the late night miners, definitely check out DCA Adventures, guys.
The link is down there in the chat already for you.
Rock on.
I'm not skipping a beat.
Right.
Please there is no content on that channel yet. We have to make all new content.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of the gist of it. We have a few more things left to take care of before we can roll out. You know, we can roll out some more content on there, but we will more than likely, hopefully, everything goes according to plan. We will be there. We should be there Friday night and Saturday night. I know the Friday night streams are actually going to start at 8 o'clock, like they are for Late Nights in the Mine. We're going to push that back an hour, make it a little bit easier for some people to be able to be there and be present.
Now, don't think, guys, that I'm giving up on my channel in any way, shape, or form. All the regular content will still be here. It's just that I was working on 2 different channels.
Yep.
We're just changing the second channel.
Both are working on 2 different channels.
Right. He's got his own, so if you guys want to check out Crypto Mikkel, yo, check him out on that YouTube.
See, I could like shill your channel, but we're on your channel. So,
I know,
you know.
Right? It's a change of pace.
There's my channel.
Yeah,
well,
give my man here a little bit of love too, guys.
Now, what I do find really funny about the fact that we are here today on Nim's channel is actually this is our 1 year.
1 year, yeah. Uh-oh, we're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned again. Damn it.
I know, man. It all started on this channel.
Yeah.
Believe it or
not. We made full circle on this.
Right? 1 year later, we go right back to your channel to post a video, 1 live stream before we go to the next channel.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like the hop and a skip. What's up, the Bitcoin Jake?
Yo, what's going on?
But yeah, it's been a trip, guys. You know, we don't have any stream notes prepared for tonight.
I got a little something.
Yeah, we have like things on our mind and things that are he wrote a little bit down, but this is just kind of a chill and chat kind of day.
Right.
You know, kind of getting back into the swing of building a channel from scratch has been interesting. You know,
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, that's for sure. You know, it's been an interesting and a fantastic journey, that's for sure. You know, we've been doing live streams for a year now, and yeah, I've learned a crap ton.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but I know that I've learned a crap ton.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna continue to learn, and I'm gonna continue to push through every little thing that I possibly can.
Oh yeah, and it's something that, you know, it's like I might be a little salty at how DCTV and Yen has ended, but on the greater scheme of things, you know, I wouldn't have met you. You know, I got to meet you throughout the whole process of it, so I got a great partner now, and you know, I've met a lot of great people in the crypto space, and it has taught me a lot. I have in a 2 years time span, because of Yen, because of DCTV, because of the pub, I have grown leaps and bounds as a person, which, you know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's a lie. That's a scam.
Right. The Bitcoin Jake says, I'm just coding. He says, guys, what car would you buy when you're crypto rich? And don't say a Lambo. I kind of want to say a Lambo, but I want like the brand new Lambo. The one that they just unveiled.
the prototype, the one that's based off of the Gran Turismo game.
Yeah, that I would drive the living shit out of that.
That one? Yes. Or I'm just gonna say mid-engine Corvette. But I don't want the ones that are released. I want the granddaddy that's gonna come out next year.
Right.
Oh.
You know, yeah.
Hybrid.
That's a nice
all-wheel drive hybrid over 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
Oh.
Did you see
tingles.
the ugly Mustang?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. I was like, what is that? It's like a crossover.
Did you see the what was it, the prototype Ferrari, the Gran Turismo Ferrari that's prototyping?
It's
gonna have a real. It's good that it's the Gran Turismo game is like kind of defining how they're doing the tail lights and the reverse lights in the back. Oh my God, it's sexual.
Right. Some of these awesome comments that are coming in right now. Bitcoin Jake says, because I'd get a 96 Supra. He goes, though I already have my dream car, 98 Subaru Forester. Those are nice cars. Both of those are nice cars. I really like the Supra. I'm really partial right now. I've been really looking at the Lexus IS 300s, which is a non-turbo 2JZ Lexus, so it's like a fancy Supra.
Right.
And it has 4 doors. You know, I have kids. You know, kind of like Jay says. He goes, I'd buy the sickest minivan I could buy because I have 5 kids. Dude,
and then you just send that out to Lingenfelter, and you'll have the pimpest minivan that'll smoke anything on the streets.
Dude, right? Gonna get that. What was it? Hennessy Racing minivan.
Oh my God, yeah.
Man, that was great. I seen that, and I was like, that's what I'd get one of those.
Yeah, that or the Cadillac Escalade too from Hennessy. The Hennessy Escalade, dude. Oh.
Any car that I buy, I'm just sending it to Hennessy.
Right.
As long as it has an LS, I'll send it to Hennessy because they do really good work with LS motors. Nerd says he would get the Uber Life Pass. That's a smart one because then you wouldn't have to pay you wouldn't have to have a car. You just Uber Life Pass it. Like, oh, yep, got a Life Pass. I'm gonna go to the store. You know?
Right. The only thing that's the only drawback of that is you're perpetually waiting to go everywhere.
Right. DG Diamond says he get the Cybertruck. Actually, we had Andrew, you know, on DCTV with us. He actually pre-ordered his Cybertruck. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
I can't do it.
Hextex at the Batmobile.
I can't do that Cybertruck. For one, it's like it's like there's a prototype from like the 70s that was really close. He even had the tailgate that went down to the ground and everything. But you know, it's like I look at it and it just screams boring and unimaginative. I believe that was probably the easiest way for him to do manufacturing, which was flat panels, everything flats.
Right. I agree. Chris Anderson says next year C8 sounds good. Gunny says boo. Vet is only just okay. It can be just okay. It can be really great if you do stuff right.
Right. You'll be able to know when when somebody's leasing one of those mid-engine vets, it's going to be all stock.
Right. It's going to sound all.
Right.
So Hastings Insurance Solutions says, was there an exit scam with Yen? Well, no. In a sense, because none of us got paid.
They didn't
make any money really.
I didn't buy anything off of them. So they owed us, and we didn't. Nobody bought anything from them. They didn't owe us anything. They just had a dream, and they were trying to make a product. And before the product was fully realized, they were fully out of money.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And if anybody knows business at all, you know, you'll know that when you're coming to the end, it's a hard decision. You either got to pivot and try to salvage the company, whether you're turning it into a new direction or whatnot. But the bottom line is that you're trying to protect what you're starting and where you're ending. And I get that as a business guy. I've had a couple of failed businesses. The roughest thing to do is to tell employees, you're not going to have a job tomorrow. I have to cut you today, because it's going to allow me to figure out what to do for the next few extra months that I have not paying your salary. And it's going to hurt me because now I've got to take up the workload. So, I mean, it is a double-edged sword. Did they exit scam? No. Did we wish that they would have told us a little sooner? Yes.
Yeah. Last week was our last week on DCTV, and we found out the day after.
Right.
So, yeah.
There's a little salt on the wound, but from a business standpoint, I don't hold it against them at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gundy says Yin was free. That's why it was great.
Right.
Nerd says, because Bitcoin Jake says favorite 4 cryptos and why. He says 4 because I know 1 is Bitcoin. So he wants to know 3 other cryptos besides Bitcoin that we actually like. You know, I like Bitcoin. of course. That's obviously the number one given. Then Litecoin follows second. They have a great use case. You can use. I would rather spend my Litecoin than I would rather spend my Bitcoin. Straightforward.
And
Bitcoin's the HODL, Litecoin's suspended.
And Litecoin's still Bitcoin.
Yeah, in a sense, it's still Bitcoin. And then you got Vertcoin, which is still like Bitcoin and like Litecoin. It's just less of a use case, more of a test subject, as a sense.
Right.
So they have a great team behind them. They are always working. They're always developing stuff. They're always working. Actually, if something is wrong, they fix it very quickly.
Yes.
And that's great to have a team that's actually going to do something. Now the fourth coin, I don't know. That one's kind of a toughie, because that one comes down into kind of
almost like a subcategory at that point.
You know what I mean? Because that's
you can pivot
my mining category.
Right. You can pivot. You can pivot and say Dogecoin, because of the fact that Dogecoin is Bitcoin again. They pulled Bitcoin's repository. Then you've got, Ethereum Classic, because Ethereum Classic still believes that code is law. Is the smart contract route the best way to go? Who knows? Is it the safest? Not so safe right now, but every day they're grinding on it and they're trying to make improvements. It's like even if Ethereum Classic fails, they're setting the groundwork for the next people that want to come in and check out a smart contract and try to build one properly without sacrificing any security. So, builders today that even failed, they're still good. As long as they're not exit scamming. Because then they themselves as an individual are hurting the crypto space, period.
That is true. Very true. Man, y'all are just rolling it in with the comments. I can't keep up. Shoot, where were we at now? So many.
I know.
Chris Hanna said he'd rather have a 2JZ swap Jeep Rubicon. That'd be interesting.
If I was going to do a Jeep Rubicon, I would have to go after the 4-cylinder Cummins diesel. Yo.
That's the way to go. I've actually seen one of those, and fantastic.
Oh my god, yes.
But I'm partial to the Cummins engine. I used to have a Cummins. I used to own the second gen, 1999.
You're hearing a GM guy talk about Cummins diesels.
I'm right there with you, brother.
I own a Ford too.
I really loved that truck. The engine was fantastic. The truck was a piece of shit.
Hastings, that is a good question. And so, I mind Beam. So, like I said, that fourth one kind of comes into multiple categories.
It's kind of like that speculative mining category.
Right.
Not saying that there aren't other good projects. Beam is a good project.
Right. And I like the idea that Beam is working with Litecoin.
Mm-hmm.
So everything kind of reverts going back to Bitcoin, Litecoin, Vertcoin, everything kind of does it play with all of those. More than likely we like them. Ethereum Classic for me is one of the ones that are on the outside of that because it is just a different way of doing things.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Bitcoin Jake says y'all should look into TNet. Tidal Network rebranded from Bitcoin Core BTCC. He says he loves that project. Actually, I have made videos on TNet. I have mined the crap out of TNet with my F1 Mini. I'll say it. I've pump and dumped on TNet. With TNet, I doubled my TNets with the way the market flows. The only thing I don't like about TNet is that there's so much fake volume on a specific exchange. It's hard to get a grasp of what is the real profitability coming down to mining. granted, it's a good project. Don't get me wrong. I follow their Discord. They've been coming out with some really good stuff, and I'm thoroughly interested to see what more they'll bring. So it is a good project, and I like it. I've mined it. I have some, but yeah, good project. He says respect. People hate on LTC for no reason.
Yeah,
that is the huge truth right there. They really do.
And I still to this day mine it.
Dang, Hastings Insurance says 1970 Olds 442 is king.
Okay, I have a small little one. Okay, it's funny that you bring up that particular car out of all of them. So the very
hot rods, the real thing tonight, aren't we?
Very first car I ever drove in my entire life was a 72 442 Olds. So I like you already, my man. You talk good car. I have a really warm, fuzzy spot for the 442 Olds. The big boat, man. Those things had huge power behind them.
Nice, Gundy. Gundy says he prefers Japanese cars because I don't buy cars with less than 100,000 miles on it. He says his SC400, which is a Lexus, in case everybody knows, has 215,000 miles. His LS400 has 295,000 miles. That's a big one right there. His
Dude,
4Runner has 265.
Digi Diamonds has been running on his Subaru for 200K without changing the timing belt. Dude, you need to sit there and start thinking about budgeting for that one.
He said he's rebuilding his engine. I read up a little further.
Okay, then that's fine. Because you don't want to snap a timing belt on an interference motor. There's not enough room for those valves to be open and the piston to be all the way up. Bad things. I have seen it. Engine's coming in and you're like, wow, it's running, and then you hear it just clack, 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 clack. It's like, oh no. Turn it off, please. It's making me cry.
Don't kill it.
Right. It's already done.
Yeah, Hastings is awesome. LOL, it's in my garage. He said water pump failed before the belt snapped.
Oh,
but it is a non interference.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Chris Anderson says smart Gundy. I mean, I don't disagree with you, Gundy. I've been looking into the IS 300, or no, sorry, yeah, the IS 300, and you can find those really cheap. And you find them even cheaper when they got over 100,000 miles on them. I seen one that was for sale, and it was pushing 300K. And I was like, what? And the guy had all the maintenance records, which is hard enough to find these days because people don't keep that kind of stuff. They usually just throw it in the trash or leave it in the floorboards of their car until they clean it out. Yada yada yada. I keep all mine in my glove box. I get the paperwork from something getting fixed. I put it in the glove box. I fold it and I put it inside the owner's manual.
Right.
That's just me, because owner manual stays in the car at all times.
Yeah, I was actually surprised whenever I bought my 76 Nova that it actually came with the original owner's manual with it, and it had the maintenance agreement plus the insurance agreement on it. For the actual warranty of the car, from bumper to bumper warranty on it. I was like, I have never seen these before.
No one keeps these. What?
It's what's really funny.
Out of the car,
but what's funny about the owner's manual, it says Nova /Camaro on it.
Yep.
Because basically they were really the same car. Yep. Body styling's a little different on it. You got an X body versus the F body,
right?
But a lot of the most of the interior is swappable. All
the engine parts were completely swappable.
Yeah, engine, trans, rear end. Let's see what else. Like door panel pieces, except it's kind of funny. You can't use the outside rear view mirrors because the Camaro had a little bit of more of a rounded curve on the door, and it would put the mirror into the window.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's pretty funny. Yeah, those cars were like great. You know, it's kind of like running with, just like the Trans Am too. The older Trans Ams weren't quite swappable with the Camaros. They were still two different companies at that point.
But they were still sitting on the F body. So
right,
if you took off the entire piece, you can swap them out.
You could swap shells. You could leave your frame and everything else, and you could swap the shell over, and it would fit.
Every bolt was in the same spot.
Yep, correct.
Panel parts, all different.
Yep, correct. But that also goes like all the way through until the last generations of the Camaro, and well, I can't say the last generation of the Camaro, but the last before they took the big long pause in like what was it, 2002?
Something
I think
like that,
was the last year. I know that was the last year of the Trans Am.
Right. Yeah, it's both at the same time. Yeah.
So, yeah, I personally I used to have a 2000 Trans Am, and I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite car.
Yeah, I didn't like the new Camaro. That was a hard fork I did not like.
No, my wife loves the new Camaros, and I can't get behind it, man.
No.
I love it, and I'm like, I don't love it.
No.
If you're gonna buy one, I'm gonna buy you like an older one or something.
I will not spend Bitcoin on that. No.
It's ran by. It's nothing but computers in that thing, man.
I'm cool with that. I am absolutely cool with that. But they completely changed the body style on it. That I could not get behind.
Mm-hmm. The newest Camaro with the ZL1 package looks good. Not fantastic, but looks good.
Right.
The best so far out of them. Not prior to going back into the 2000s.
I mean, I know you liked your bubble body.
Yeah.
And I like the 80s boxy Camaros.
Yeah.
That boxy IROC. Oh. I only have one in my garage right now, an 82. Mm-hmm. Great dragster, great big tire car. I'm just saying.
Yeah, my favorite was that's just because I really loved the F body, but I loved like the
Bitcoin Jake is talking about RDD. Been around for a while. Yes, it has.
It has been around for a
while.
Bet
on red.
Yeah, hashtag bet on red. Everybody loves that staking, 5% every year.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm staking red. That's because you would be not calling someone dumb, but you'd be dumb not to. Getting 5%, damn savings account ain't gonna give you 5%.
Right.
Just saying.
Just saying, right?
if you're not gonna touch it, if you're gonna hold it anyway, why not?
Oh, Nefarious likes my 70s and 80s Camaros too. Yes.
Nice. Gundy said that his 92 SC400 came with all of the records as well. He goes, and he knew the previous two owners. That's always a bonus when you know the previous owners, because it's like where the car's been.
Right.
My 99 Cummins that I had I was the third owner of the car. It was owned by a firefighter, was the first owner of the car, and then his son had it after that. So I was the third owner, and then I knew the people that had it, so it was kind of cool. You know where it comes from, and you get a good gist of how abused it was by the people that it came from. Especially if you know them and you know that they abuse it, you're less likely to buy it.
Right.
Just kind of how it is. Let's see, Nerd says BTC, RDD, ADA, and VTC are his four. That's good. That's a good pick.
Oh yeah.
There, that's for sure.
You want to know another one that I like? Another one is that Monero.
Yeah, it's doing pretty interesting.
Oh yeah. And if you guys have not been paying any attention, today they forked.
They did.
They forked
They did.
today. So if you guys have any kind of CPU, you can actually mine back on a CPU, guys. So
They
you can
do
go
really well.
Yeah,
That's
very
for sure.
well.
Do very well. I actually have some of the benchmarks on here. If I can actually read off if anybody has any kind of curiosity about that. Bitcoin Jake, he says, I'm coding a Bitcoin Minecraft treasure hunt. Dude, sign me up. I like Minecraft. I'll say that without having any shame in my game. I play it. You know, hey man, it's good, man. Nurse says the i7 7700K is getting $1 a day.
Oh,
That guy.
Okay.
That guy.
So, you want to know? Okay, I've got a Threadripper 1900X pulling a grand total of 180 watts. Now, I have only utilized half the load on this thing. Half. Okay, I'm getting almost 4,000 hash per second. At 50% load, getting $1.10, dude, on that nice hash.
That's good.
Now imagine if I sit there and put my computer into compute mode and then run a normal like XMR stack on my PC, put that thing at about 80% load, oh, you're probably talking almost 8,000 hashes per second at 180 watts. Let's see any AMD rig come close to that at 180 watts.
Yeah, you know, it's doing pretty good. Gunny says, who's random Xing right now? He's random Xing. I'm not. I don't have any like good enough CPUs. My mining rigs have mining rigs. You know, I have mining rig worthy CPUs. You know, the good old trusty G3930s. You know, and they don't pull very much. I actually released a video today on my channel. You know, of how to get XMR random X running on Hive OS, and you actually get to see two of my mining rig CPUs kind of put out their hashes. And I mean, they weren't like fantastic.
Right.
I had no intentions of them being great, but the process nonetheless is the same on Hive OS. So I mean, it's great. It's great knowledge.
Right.
You know,
and between my Celerons, I'm getting like 3 Celerons. So I've got 13950, 13930, and then 13900, and I'm getting right around 1.1 kilohash per second on there, where you know my Threadripper gets almost 4 kilohash by itself.
Nice. That's not bad at all. Bitcoin Jake says, LOL XMR, Fluffy Pony is hilarious. She goes, Savage Mind did a live stream today of the XMR for today. Yeah, I was actually in the live stream. I was listening to it. I was doing some housework. But I was listening to the live stream.
Yeah.
He actually commented on my video today. You know, and I was like, hey, what's up, buddy? I was like, watch the live stream. And he goes, oh, it's so awesome. Because I released the video today just because today was the day they're hard for.
Right.
People need to know, because even when I went into, this is pretty important, even when I went into XMR rig on Hive OS, it still defaulted to the old algorithm.
Yeah, it went to Kryptonite R still.
Right, and so you had to change
manually
it. You
do it.
Have to, otherwise you're gonna mine with the old chain. So I even had that in there, and you know, it's whenever you go in there, it's dash quotation XR /0 in quotations, and that is how you swap from the old algorithm to the new on XMR rig on Hive, because straight out of the box it was not set that way, and you have to change it, otherwise you're going to be trying to get SOL right out of the box.
And that information is not cleanly out there, guys. So it's some of the reasons why he did a video on it, and we're talking about it here now, so that every one of you guys can sit here and learn about it. Yo.
Gunny says, can you use a 1300X? The Ryzen 1300X? I think you can, man. I think
pretty much. Tomorrow I am going to be checking out. Check this out. I have my 13-year-old motherboard It's an AMD. It's a Phenom, Athlon Phenom 2, which is the 4-core variant.
Right.
Before, on the old XMR, I was getting like about 200 hash a second at around 80 watts, which was almost peak wattage for that chip. I would like to sit there and put it on there tomorrow and see what a 13-year-old CPU can do on that Monero. Is it worth it? And if I can get it to work on there, that means that there is no CPU that you won't be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to go back even further. It should.
Yeah, I tested my AMD Athlon 2, 640 on there, and that's a quad-core 4-thread processor. It's an older processor, and it didn't mind.
Oh, nice.
But I was having
hopes.
Yeah, it was only utilizing 2 threads.
Okay.
So you can apply it for the 3, but I was leaving at the 2 because I'm still also using the PC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But my number one issue that I ran into is that even when I killed the process, because that computer uses Linux, it's actually over there behind me, right there. It uses Linux, and even when I killed the process, dude, my CPU was still full tilt. Even when I killed the process, like, it was still full tilt.
Yeah, that's not good.
Temperatures were climbing after I killed it.
Wow.
So temperatures were climbing, and the fan was like ramping up to 5,000 RPMs. For a CPU fan, that's a lot.
Wow.
It was humming, and I actually had to physically power down the machine and reboot it in order for it to stop, because it wouldn't stop. Even when I clicked the pause button, because I even tried that. I redid it. So it's like, I wonder if I can just click the pause and it'll actually stop it. I'll just click pause every time I quit it. But even when I click pause,
nerds like, whether you like it or not, once you start, you can't stop.
It was not gonna stop. It was kind of a bummer.
I won't let it stop on this once we get it running. Got that high.
We'll have that running after this video.
Oh, nice.
Because I've got it pretty much figured out.
Because this is my. If you guys haven't figured this out, guys, this is my software guy, and I'm the hardware guy.
Yeah.
If I can put my hands on it, I can build anything, and I can build it safely, where it's not going to start a fire later on.
Right. Bitcoin Jake says, Amiko, I see we already follow each other on Twitter. Hit me up, and I'll let you know when I'm doing a live testing of that Minecraft Bitcoin treasure hunt. That's gonna be legit.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Harry Lasagna? Yo, thank you for coming over.
Jay Meyer says, I have no clue what you just said. He goes, I understood a bit of it. I can't wait to start doing this. Yeah. DG Diamond says the 1300X is actually doing 2 to 2.4 kilohashes according to benchmarks. Yes, I was actually looking for those benchmarks, but I actually couldn't find it in my list of benchmarks. So thank you, DG Diamond. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It says I'm getting 1K hashes on my Core i5 through Better Hash.
Nice. I wonder, do you have any predictions of what this thing can mine? What this hash rate possibly will be?
I think it was in the 3,000s. I think. I'm not. No one hold me to that.
Ooh, we got testing to do. Oh, you heard it here. We got testing to do.
Right. Oh, Gundy, dude, I'm so fucking jealous. He says he has a Pine 64, dude, man. You got me jelly. I really want a Pine 64. Those things are so legit.
Nice.
I'm sure you could mine Monero with it. You can mine Monero with just about anything.
Right.
You can mine Monero with a cell phone if your cell phone can handle it.
Nerd is like 3,000-ish. Oh.
Yeah.
I have good hopes for this.
Thank you, Nerd. He says my XMR video was legit. I appreciate it. Mr. Harry Lavania said, yeah, solid video earlier. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting to do mine until after I get this bad boy running, and then I will be doing dropping my video on that Monero, guys.
Right.
So stay tuned.
And it should be running tonight, hopefully. we'll let everybody know. Bitcoin Jake says FPGA could mine XMR with a new bitstream. 100%. If you can get it, here's my theory. Running it on a Pi is you're getting close in the FPGA territory. That's for sure.
Yeah, because this is an ARM processor, which you might as well call. It's kind of like in between an FPGA and a CPU, because you're basically a system on chip.
Right.
That's reprogrammable.
Right. And I wouldn't doubt that there's already FPGAs mining it. To be straight honest, they had
because you can
quite
get
a
one of
long
these
enough
on.
time. Yeah, they had quite a long enough time to get it developed. They had it mining on the Raspberry Pis very soon after they released the testnet.
On testnet.
Right.
That's the reason why I have one, because if it works on testnet, it will work on mainnet. And I know that from the threads that I was reading, they were doing it all with the Pi 4. I'm sure you can do it with the Pi 3, but that's got the ARM V7 in there, and I'm sure it's going to be significantly slower at a lot more wattage.
Oh man, Nefarious. It's just too bad I don't have an Epic that's full tilt, because they're all split using VMs. Because maybe I'll shut down the VMs and crank everything on the server, see what I can get.
For testing purposes, yes.
I know that a AMD Epic 7742 gets, you ready for this? You ready? 38,000 hashes. 38,737 hashes. As of they tested this in August. So I'm sure it's probably better now. And that's running at 225 watts, running RandomX benchmark. So it's possible, and that's a lot of hashes. A lot.
Right. I'd be mining on my CPU right now, but the stream would highly suffer from that.
Right. He says, I can send you the Pine 64 to test out if you want. Dude, you fucking know it, Gunny.
Oh, yes.
You know it.
Yes.
I've been wanting. He says, just mess with the podges. I know. I gotta pause this. I gotta pause real fast. And I
need a Kleenex here. Hold on. I need a tissue.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, Gunny.
Yeah, we would love
the
to.
Pine 64s are really cool.
We would love to test on it.
I thoroughly enjoy the Pine systems. I really like Librem. I don't know if anybody else has looked into Librem. Not Libra, but Librem. They have developed some really good and interesting laptops, as well as they actually have a new phone that they just released that is full Linux based phone and has hardware switches on it, which is like fantastic. And it's only like $600, which you pay more than that for like a fucking Samsung. You know what I mean? And dude, they're like awesome. They have hardware switches on them. You can turn off the camera. You can turn off the Wi-Fi. You can turn off the data with the switch on the side, which is
that's
awesome.
Amazing.
Because hardware at hardware level, you are secure. If you can turn it off hardware, you're good. It's just like if you had a computer that has a webcam on it right now. Yeah, you leave the webcam plugged in, it's possible they can see you. You unplug the webcam, it don't have any power. It can't.
Unless you want to put that camera in a spot where on a tripod, and you want to put a show on for them every once in a while, they'll stop looking.
They might. They might.
You might get that one sick weirdo. Don't do it. Scratch it. Don't do it.
He said it's the 2 GB version too. That's nice. The 2 GB of memory is the hard part for the FPGAs. I mean, you would think that, which it is. It is a limitation. But remember that they got this running on Raven. It did take 2 BCUs to get it running on Raven, and people were doing it, and it was extremely profitable that way. So it's not like they couldn't do it already. And most of like the BCUs, the VCUs, and the CVPs all have memory modules that you can take out and replace with bigger memory modules. So you're not limited to what's on the. There's nothing like on the board. It's not like a graphics card where you have little memory modules. Like you have full-on laptop style RAM sticks inside the BCU, VCU, and CPPs. So you actually could take those out and swap them to higher grades. Of course, it would take some more messing with the bit streams and messing with the hardware and the software of the system, because you'd be changing it, but it would be doable. Or you could run it, in JTAG linked together and be good to go. So it wouldn't be like it's not possible, but like it is a hard part for them to overcome.
Yeah.
Because tying them together makes it harder. That's for sure.
And it also increases the value of what you're trying to mine, because now you got double the hardware trying to do all the calculations on there. So if you bought it just for that purpose, you've got a few $1,000s that you need ROI quickly. Yeah.
Especially with those, because
miners don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
We have time is a fleeting moment. Once that moment's gone, we can't make it up. Our rig's turning off. That's time lost. Satoshi's lost.
Right. And it's a bummer, especially when you have to tie two FPGAs together. It's like the longest FPGA talk we've had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I really love it because I'm an FPGA guy. But
you've gotten me to roll down the pathway a little bit too, which
a little bit.
I'll say thank you, because it's been fun playing with it.
Yeah, it is fun. And it's the bummer part about having to tie two BCUs together to make a single hash rate is that you're doubling the wattage for the single output that you're trying to put out, and that's hard to overcome. Granted, they made a lot of hashes, per one, but you had to have them both in order to do it, and so that's kind of the silver lining and the bummer at the same time. Says Nefarious says, did you guys see the Craig Wright interview where he admits he's not Satoshi and started claiming Satoshi plagiarized him?
Oh, the old reversal. It's not. It wasn't
like
me.
Reverse psychology.
Oh, it's the reversal. I'm really the real Satoshi Nakamoto. It's just that Satoshi Nakamoto took it from me. That's what he's now trying to claim. Because that's a scam.
Oh, no. That's not good. Nerd says, oh no, one miner has 79% of the last 100 blocks on BTC. And 62 of the last 1,000.
62% of the last 1,000 was 51.
And 51 probably incoming.
Oh,
that's not good. Wow, really?
No way.
I'm gonna go check that out right now. That's worth the look, due to the fact that I love Vertcoin.
Because if that's the case, then oh god.
It's not good, and Vert's been doing actually pretty good, right now here recently.
Yeah.
Oh shit. F2 pool's doing 69% of the hash rate right now.
Wow. That's not good.
Oh no, it's not percentage, it's just the hash rate. Oh, 74% is on 74% of known hash rate is on F2 pool right now.
If any of you are mining Vertcoin on F2 pool, spread out. Please. That's not good.
Yeah, stop doing that to Vertcoin.
Right?
You got to distribute out that hash rate.
Right. They did this with Bitcoin too in the early days. Whenever the pool hash rate to one of them started getting up to like 49%, all the miners got together and spread the hash rate out to the other pools. As a miner, that is our responsibility, guys.
That is correct. Jay says he's Satoshi. Does that count? I believe him.
I believe him too, 100%. Because I know my man Crypto Mikkel over here. I know it for a fact. He's the real Satoshi.
Might as well be, man. I honestly thought that you were Satoshi.
Really? Oh, no way, man. I thought for sure it
I'm
was
pretty
you.
sure maybe Nerd Satoshi.
Maybe.
Or Bitcoin Jake. Maybe Gundy. Maybe we're all Satoshi. Says F2 pool is nothing compared to this miner. Is he mining on his own pool? Is that what's going on? Is that why we don't see it?
Hexadex is like, I'm Brad Garlinghouse. Garlinghouse or wwhatever.
That's funny.
And Epstein did not kill
Red
himself.
Panda. Red Panda says, I'm Craig Wright.
I'm Craig Wright time.
You don't want to be that. He says, I came in at the right time. I don't know if I would want to claim to be Craig Wright. I'd rather claim to be Satoshi. This is nerd has to be.
Oh, too funny.
Gotta love it. Red Panda mining. I thought I was late. Well, see, Red Panda was here earlier, but then he probably walked away and then came back. So he was here, then left and came back.
Right.
You were just late, Avarius. He walked away. Hashtag Epson didn't kill himself.
What's going on, Red Panda?
What's up, guys? Nothing much, man. Just, chilling, chatting it up, just kind of having a little bit of fun with tonight's stream. Before we get back to the grind of next week of getting everything ready to rebuild a community channel.
Right. Versus having Crypto and Hot Rods, which is my channel, it's one leg off of the community channel. Think of it that way. Just like his is one leg, another leg off of it, and it's what helps get the channel going.
Correct. He says DCTV down now. Yes, it is. DCTV is no more. Yen will be no more as of the 31st. It's a bit of a bummer. I appreciate that, Nefarious. He says my condolences to you guys because it's so disappointing.
Yep.
Disappointing a little bit.
And
not
I'll even
so much because it wasn't our channel.
Right.
So that's.
But
I can't be mad because it's not my channel.
I'll even go as far as this: if it wasn't for the fact of DCTV, Yen, Bite Size Bitcoin, and the pub, and all of that, again, I wouldn't have met you. I would have never have really met Nefarious, Nerd, Red Panda, Hexadex for sure. I would never have met Jay over there. All of you great people. Gundy. I would never have met any of you. Some of you I have met in person because of all this last experiences. So
for real, last 2 years have been fantastic.
Oh my god, the best time of my life
with the DCTV group. I wasn't on DCTV for 2 years.
Right.
But the last year I've been on and present on DCTV, and I wouldn't change that for anything. I've learned a lot. I've learned how to grow a channel. I know what it takes to grow a channel.
Red Panda's like, why did they do that to the community though? So it was not something that they were planning on doing. I'll assure you that. They wanted to keep this going. This was their dream to be in the crypto space. But unfortunately, mass adoption kind of hinders a lot of startups. A lot, if you don't have a good infrastructure for what you're building, you can only spend money so long before you are broke. And before they ran out of capital, they had to figure out what direction they needed to take the company in order to keep the company going. Because at the end of the day, they have families too, and I get it.
Right. They got to put food on their table for their families. We didn't get paid from DCTV, so it's not like we're out of a
job. Yeah.
As I was talking to one of my buddies the other day, he says it's more like a liberation. He goes, you didn't get paid, so you were liberated.
And Jay, yes, it is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, they ran out of money, and that's just, it is what it is. Tex says no gummies on the balcony in Francisco.
Nerds like, good sign that the bull market is about to start.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
And it is a blessing in disguise, Jay, because now we get to do what we were doing on DC TV, and we get to make it our own and do it for ourselves.
Right.
And we know how to do it. And if we spent the last year on a channel, growing a channel, and providing content every single Saturday for a year.
Right.
We know what it takes to succeed, and now we can
build it faster.
We're gonna implement it.
Yeah, we can build it again, and we can build it faster and get the momentum behind it.
Right. It's how do you put it? I don't even know the best way to put it. We preached a lot of how to do it, and we've taught other people how to do it, but now we get to show them that we know what we're doing and that we know what we're talking about. So,
and we can build another channel up and have all the viewers and have it be organically ours.
Right. We're in the process of building another channel.
No more shadows. It's gonna be nice.
No more shadows. It's kind of what we were all talking about the other day. We were in Peter's and DC TV's shadow at all times. And it was what it was. It is what it is. And
gotta start.
We're gonna move forward. We're not gonna fall back. There's no reason to fall backwards. There's no reason for it. We can move forward, and we know we can. So we're going to. I'll post it one more time. That is going to be the new channel right there that I put in the comment section right there. DCA Adventures will be the new community channel. So, anybody that's here, I would greatly appreciate it if you haven't already.
Thank you, Red Panda, for sure. Baller.
Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Please, there's no content on that channel yet. We have to make all the content. He says 21 subs already. I know, and it's pretty great. 21 subs and no content, which will be changing. We have a good list of people that are actually, we're going to implement shows onto that channel. We have quite a few people that are going to be providing content.
That's why we're calling it this is going to be the community channel.
Right.
Because we're gonna, it doesn't have to be 100%.
Thank you, Red Panda.
Thank you. Nice.
Appreciate it.
It doesn't have to be 100% crypto related, even though crypto is the core.
Right.
But it's DCA, and DCA means a lot. Your dollar cost averaging, but into what? Into the adventures of your life, and that's what we're going to be representing in the community channel.
Thank you, Nerd, for subbing.
Awesome.
I appreciate anybody that has subbed, and I really appreciate your comment there, Red Panda. It means a lot, especially when things happen like this. It means a lot that what we're doing means something. Gunny says DCA life. Exactly. You got to DCA into yourself.
Right.
That's number one. DCA into mining rigs. That's always perfect. You know what I mean? Just DCA.
Right.
DCA into Bitcoin. DCA into some hardware to mine Bitcoin.
DCA into some knowledge. DCA into learning coding. Learning how to read a chart, or building something cool. Building a website, building a brand.
He says going to follow the DC TV daily video from various members format. Well, that never truly happened on DC TV. They were trying for it, but we didn't have free reign to do it. So now we have the free reign to do that, and that's what we're going to try to go for. We have a few members of the DC TV team that will be coming with us. Some have kind of like, I don't know if they're going to do anything anymore, and it's just that's their choice. But there are a few of us that have good knowledge and still want to share that knowledge with the world. And we're gonna do it.
Right.
So we're gonna have a few people that are on there, and we'll be giving out various different contents. You'll still see me and them. We'll be there Saturday night. We're still gonna keep the format of Saturday, same format of Saturday night. We'll see how that's gonna play out.
Right.
We're still trying to decide if we're gonna keep the same format, or if we're gonna change things up just a little bit. As well as we'll be doing the Friday night live streams with the community. It'll be a community Friday night, fireside kind of chat thing.
Right.
So it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Right. Super excited about the next adventures. Oh.
Nefarious says, he goes, I do love the name. Thank you, Nefarious. Nerd says, I'm gonna get DCA. I'm gonna tat DCA on my face like Tyson. Oh. Gunny says, next Friday, let's do it. Yeah.
Yes.
We will be. If everything works, I got a few more things I have to finish. To get taken care of before I. Regardless, we can do it, but there are some things that I want finished off before I. Not me, but before we.
Red Panda, we're hoping to be able to start up DCA Adventures next Friday.
Yep.
So you hear it here first. Whew. Yes.
Yep.
Get the community on the on the first show. Boom.
Right. He says, "Can't wait for the new shirts and merch." Yeah.
Yes.
we've already semi-started on that. We have designs ready to go, but we have not released anything yet. We're still just kind of toying with those situations. That's not my number one priority. My number one priority is getting everything ready for the channel to be put out, and that way I know that we'll be ready. I know that we're ready personally and like mentally and physically, but I want the channel itself to be ready.
Thank you, Red Baller.
He says, I'll be ready to show the links everywhere. I would greatly appreciate it, Panda. And we would, we as a community channel, I encourage.
Red's trying to say that DCA Adventures has the Pumpamentals. Wordplay. Yes.
Good job, buddy. This is going to be a community channel, so how every now and then we always have people on from the community on the channel, and we are going to make sure that continues to happen. Now that we have full free reign, we can do what we want. So like Red, we could have you on there do one video and post it on there.
Right, and you don't have to show your face. We understand your job and everything, so we're all cool with that.
Just to have the community. He says complimentals. Because that is the most amazing word. I'm going to use that.
Yes.
That's great. That's what's so awesome about it. Is just that it's going to be community driven. Just kind of like how we were before, in a sense. We were community driven, but we were in the shadow.
Right.
And now we're going to be in the forefront.
Right.
So we're going to be out there. I appreciate every single one of you that has subbed. I appreciate anybody that even hasn't subbed. I could not say that enough.
Right.
Love
I know
all
some
of you guys.
people they won't sub until there's actually content being put on there, and we're cool with that. Just keep an eye on us for when we do, and then you sub then.
Right, and I completely agree. I completely agree. He says need to intro trailer for the Fire channel. Yeah, you do got their Hex Deck. Starting first Friday of December, which just happens to be around the expected first weekend of the next bull run. He goes, wouldn't that be ironic? Wouldn't that be ironic?
Oh my God.
You trying to say that we know something that most people don't know?
Ooh.
Nah, that's definitely not. That's definitely not it. I don't know. I don't know jack shit. I'm just a booktuber. So they told him to get a green screen mask and a bodysuit and do a full-on Red Panda reveal. As a real Red Panda.
And then underneath the green screen mask, you got a red panda mask underneath it.
That would be great. That would be fantastic. Oh.
I already told him that he just needs to get a red panda mask and then come on.
Right. mean, even if you
You're
could,
like, look, he's
print
real.
off, like a red panda mask.
Proof of panda. We don't
It's
get
a
jazz
POP.
hands.
POP, proof of panda.
Right.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I love it. And that's so. This is what we want to continue. Is having great conversations like this, great chats like this. And it's great. Here we are, just proof of panda. LOL. You gotta love it. Just as good as Pumpamentals. That's such a good one. Such a good one.
Every once in a while, my brain sparks.
High five to you. Well, bam.
Hey, we can do it here.
I don't know what side am I. Am I on this side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam.
You're right above me on my screen. So.
Oh. Yeah, you're even on my screen. You're side by side on me. That's weird. Because I'm only.
It's the way I have my stuff set up.
Oh.
I don't got multiple monitors like you, bro. I'm not that cool.
I'm only on one monitor with this. Well, actually, no,
because
I have this monitor here with all my OBS stuff over here, notes over here, and then I have screen capture, so it goes full screen.
He says, "Love this stream tonight." Oh, he goes side to side, high five. Yes. And that's. Oh, I love it. I enjoy doing the shows with this guy, and I'm gonna enjoy continuing to do shows with this guy, as well as all the awesome stuff that we got going on in the background.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just gonna be fantastic.
Should we even like officially announce it at some point, or are we just gonna keep doing the announcement on the announcement for it?
I would love to tell you guys, but I think it'll just be an announcement for right now. We'll leave that for the new channel.
Oh!
We'll show
Oh!
As a community-driven project, on top of a community-driven channel.
Oh! You guys hear it here first. That it's going to be heard there first.
Boom. Just like that. Gotta love it.
Now, DCA Adventures has the Pumpamentals.
The Pumpamentals. Let's see. Sorry, I just gotta.
Oh yeah, Jay,
got a
6 to 8 monitors all the time. Yeah, that is a true trader.
That's insane.
Well, you have to, because you don't want to sit there and have different scripts running on every monitor and have them small so everything fits. You want it one monitor. This way you can see the tiniest little market movement on your candles. I get it.
Mm-hmm. That's intense, Jay. Really intense.
Mm-hmm.
He says announcement on the announcement until we are fully ready. A different announcement there, Chris, for a different announcement that you're thinking about.
Right.
But it's okay. He said it is your world now, and you can announce the announcement to the big reveal on the new channel. Yes, facts.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, Jay's like, yeah, I absolutely see all. Yes.
I see everything.
I've seen like this one. He was a mackerel trader on like international markets and everything like that. The guy was like an accredited the guy had a whole room just monitors and computers all the way around. I'm like, that just hurts my brain just looking at the room that it's sitting in.
You should get that spinny chair and just
yeah, pretty much.
have like a mouse and keyboard like attached to your chair that swivels with you at all times.
Oh, Nerd brings up a good one. Is anyone else heating their house with mining rigs? Yo, my furnace is not on. It is, let's see what the temperature is outside, because I got fans blowing in the house. It is, close that up, 37 degrees outside right now, and the furnace is 100% off. And the house is trying to be 85 degrees with windows open.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculously awesome.
I know, right?
The fairy says, "Oh, there's a guy who has 90 screens in a room with 5 people plus him standing in the middle doing trades. He's crazy."
Oh my god.
That's insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
But you gotta...
He says, "Oh yeah, spinning and looking all day."
It's like, this looks like money. It's all, I
mean,
bet
dude,
you
he
he
was-
gets the same feeling that we do when we look
Right.
at one of the nodes running and stuff.
Right. It's speaking. I hope I can say this, Jay. I had seen on your Discord earlier today. Now that I'm open it so I can find it. So, he was talking about, what was it, 400% for the week. He is at 400% for the week. Fucking congratulations, Jay.
Yo, that is winning.
Like, you get a gold sticker. That's just great. I applaud you, sir.
Mhm.
Chris Anderson says, "Crypto and Hot Rods and Crypto Mikkel working on more art and names for the Saturday night show." Well, I appreciate it. We are working on we are working on names because we don't want to call it Late Nights in the Mine.
Right. We want
because
to have separation from the shadow of Peter.
We're trying to separate everything that we've done, trying to separate that from the past to the present. Because we want to move forward with, not that it wasn't a bad project or a bad name. We really loved the name, and that's like hard to like try to get in there. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna I almost said it this morning when I got on it, or today when I got here. It's like, I don't know what to call it. I called it Late Night Miners just for the temporary placeholder, as you will. But Nerd says fresh start.
RGB
Exactly.
nights, afterglow in the mine.
There's some funny stuff.
Dude, that actually sounds pretty cool. Welcome to Afterglow in the Mine. Go good with some of the
Saturday
music you were
RGB
finding.
nights.
It sounds good with some of the music you were finding, too.
Right? Saturday RGB nights. Just you, me, and a monitor.
Whoa. It sounds like you need a little alone time afterwards.
He says, "God, I love it." Jay says, "I appreciate it, guys. And I appreciate you, Jay.
Yeah.
You're a big help, buddy. More than anybody else knows. Just kind of leave that as it is, for a later announcement."
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how you did that. Oh.
Brianne says we need some smooth jazz for that.
Bow, bow, chicka, wow, wow.
I've been feeling fine. He says, "I just RGBD'd."
Hell nah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's got
That's
the
a good one.
pumpamentals.
He says, Nefarious says, "I'm gonna miss the nope outro." He goes, "That was my favorite random sound."
Nope.
Hold
I
on.
can send
Nope.
it
I'm
to
doing
you.
it right now.
Nope. Nope.
There you go.
We have the sound. I mean, we have all of the stuff. So, if you need it, I'll send it to you. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Jay just laughs. Like, good job, buddy. Good job. Love it. Gotta love it. We are rolling over our 1 hour mark.
As
if anybody has any
usual.
questions, as always, like, I don't know if we should just do 1 hour live streams.
Just be like,
we haven't done a single 1 hour live stream in a long time. Let's get real. It's always hour over.
yeah.
He says, "Make sure you
Hour-ish."
guys have the Elgato buttons ready for some of the sound bites." That
Right
guy
here.
has it.
Right here, guys. Boom.
Yep. He's already got it. He says, "Hey, what's your limit? You're charged now." Oh, here's what's the limit. You're in charge now. What limits? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
What
you
limits?
don't have a limit anymore. You're right. I mean, we didn't really have a limit in the first place. We
Yeah.
had to go an hour, but we were never limited. We could go 2 hours. We could go 3 hours.
Which we did.
We've done. We push over 2 hours on multiple occasions. I think the highest was 2 hours and 30 minutes was the highest, and that was with Canon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
2 hour and 30-minute live stream. And that's a long time. And it's really hard to do a 2.5 hour live stream unless you're prepared or have a lot of knowledge.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Because it's real easy to get stifled by 2 hours.
Or
you get to an hour and
two
you're like,
hours into it and you're repeating what you said at the beginning of the show.
Right. Right.
That's the word. It's like Pete and repeat go fishing. Pete fell in. Who's left?
It's pretty funny. So I appreciate it. And it's been fun. I enjoy doing these. That's for sure. This is Doomcock. That's the name. It's a funny name. Hit 6 and 9 hour streams, and they both flew past 100K subs in 10 months. That's 6 hour stream. That's brutal.
That goes really close to some of those people that I used to see. I don't know if they're still doing it, but like early day YouTube, you'd see people doing live streaming. I don't know if they still do that.
They do that on Twitch.
Oh, they
on
still
Twitch,
do that?
You get real live streams, and I've seen a couple of them. They have like a camera up in their kitchen.
Yeah.
And
everywhere. And if they don't have that, they're connected in one with a GoPro all the time. It's like,
yeah, it's weird.
Oh my god. And I couldn't do that. You got to be passionate.
Right in the faces. But then again, they typically rant. Because ranting is a lot harder than covering material.
Right.
It is. That's for sure. He goes, could you imagine though 9 hours of crypto talk?
Right, 9 hours of this is what grinds my fans.
Right. I think the longest stream that me and Nim ever did was 4 hours.
Yeah,
it was a little over 4
hours, and that was for New Year's.
4 hours. Yeah, yeah, that was a little less than a year, or a little more than a year ago. And it was on New Year's. That was rough.
Yeah. Hey, don't be doing that now.
I know, man.
That's not cool.
That's why I turned my head so you didn't have to see it. He said there's still a few doing that. And I was like, I couldn't imagine doing that.
God, no.
He says my 16-hour live stream was exhausting when I was doing the charity. Yeah, I remember that. That was intense.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard enough doing like live streams like that long because you gotta like do stuff, and man, that'd be intense.
Yeah.
Because I did like the non-stop PC repair. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So we are coming up to the 1 hour and 20 minute almost. Anybody
has any questions?
Yeah. Any questions whatsoever, guys? Now's the time to ask away. Maybe even if you want to, guys, you can hop into the Discord. The links are down below and all that good stuff. And hop into the Discord, and you can give, some ideas on the DCA adventure. What kind of topics would you guys like to be covered? We have a little question section in there, and you can sit there and put your ideas into there. Love to have you all there and participating in this, because this is a community channel. At the end of the day, it's all about you guys.
Correct. Gundy wants to know what the new channel link is again, so I went in and posted it for him.
All right, excellent.
Gotta love it. And as well, while we're speaking of, the Discord, here's the Discord link. Rianne, link to Discord. I'm getting there, Rianne. I'm getting there. I know you'll see this like 2 seconds later, or 30 seconds later, but
they're also in the description down below.
Boom.
I always make sure that stuff's there.
So I posted the right link in general for the family line. Nice. I appreciated it.
Nice.
So I hope everybody has enjoyed the stream.
I certainly
I
have.
hope everybody will go and subscribe to their channel, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everything everybody has done. I appreciate what Nim's done. He's a great guy, stand-up guy. After a year of doing live streams with him every Saturday, he's a stand-up guy. That's for sure. He knows what he's talking about with hardware, and he really helps me keep my A game on having to learn hardware, because I can do software till I'm blue in the face. And he tries to keep me in line with building, because I like to shadow build him. And he's like, "What do you mean you built like 3 things this week?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I built like this week, and this week, and this." And what the fuck, bro? And I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just get carried away, man."
Right.
Right. It would be interesting. That's for sure.
Right, for sure. And I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you for the last year. It's like you've become more than a friend. You're part of my family now. So it's like, and I can't wait to keep doing more projects with you and see what the future for the both of us and our families coming together possibly. And seeing what we can all achieve together, and see what we can offer back to all of you guys in the community also with our endeavors. So guys, thank you for being here, and thank you, my man, for being a part of my life.
Barry says, "I see that that 570 miner still in your office. Have you ran it much the last month?" 570 miner. You talking about that thing over there behind me? That thing?
That thing that's running?
It's running right now. It's mining right now.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
It's on that Ethereum Classic, I thought, right?
Yeah, it is right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, yes.
Nefarious is talking about that white thing, the box. Coin Mine 1.
Yep, this is the Coin Mine 1. Right there is the Coin Mine 1. If that's what you're referring to, yes, it is still running. We got it up and running. It's still running. They actually did an update. We are getting increased sats since they did the update, so that's a bonus. I do know that in the next 2 days, no, today's the 30th. When January 1st hits, they are releasing an interest program. So whatever Satoshis that you hold in there for Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think we're the only 2.
Yep.
You earn interest on them for holding it inside of your CoinMine wallet, which you kind of don't have a choice. If you only got one of them, you don't
get a payout very often. It's like every couple of months you'll get a payout.
Yep. You have to have 750,000 sats in order to get a payout, and it's been mining about a month and a half now, I think, right? And we're just at 300 sats. So
yeah, 300,000 sats. So I mean, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, we're a little less than halfway. That's for sure. But yeah, it's still running. I'm really hoping that they push out the rest of the updates that you're supposed to push out for it.
Right. I'd like to see them activate the Lightning wallet and everything that's supposed to be in there. It's like they said it's just a light switch, but they're not turning it on. Why?
Right. right. So it's an interesting project. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between it. I don't know if I should have it running, because it does run full tilt and it sucks a lot of juice.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like it will not ROI like ever, in my personal opinion. that would not happen.
Now, if it was mining like it was the first 3-4 days, you know, it was when it was paying out magic satoshis, and like
That's no lie.
we couldn't figure out for the life of us how it was hitting, like, what was it, $3 a day?
It was making $3 a day for
It's
4
like,
days. 4
how?
days straight. Well, not even straight. You know, for one day, it mined $3 on. You know, because I
Bitcoin.
tested it for 3 days, and you tested it for 3 days. First day one, I plugged it in, mining Bitcoin, made $3 the first day.
Yep.
And then I moved to two of the other coins, because there's 6 coins on there that you can mine: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Zcash, and Grin.
Right.
Are all the coins that you can mine on the CoinMine 1. And so first day, mined Bitcoin, $3 a day, then moved to Ethereum, and then I went to Monero.
Which those two had normal payouts.
About normal payouts for an RX 570 8GB.
And then
you go
I
over to
put it back
Zcash,
on.
yeah,
And then I put it
Bitcoin.
back on to Bitcoin, and $3 a day again. I'm like, what the heck? And then
So
I
that
started
was like 4 days later.
right.
He did it, and it was $3. And
So then I did the test on the remainder regular coins and normal payouts, normal, under $1, normal. Okay, and then after I got done with it, I put it right back on the Bitcoin, and that's where its butt stayed since. And what was it? The next 2 days, the payouts were still really high, and then it started trickling off like a faucet.
yeah, then it started like going straight down. You know, and we make about. Right now, we're making about 7,000, like around 6,000 to 7,000 sats a day, as of right now. So not bad,
Right.
that's for sure. You know, it's probably what you would earn mining probably like Ethereum Classic or something with the 570, 8GB. But other than that, nah.
Right.
Though I am kind of curious of what they're gonna do with RandomX, because Monero is on there.
Right. Which
so
means that they need to do an update for it.
Right.
And it
Right.
needed to have updated either in the last couple of days, or it had to be updated this morning.
Right. And there was no update today.
Right.
So,
Which means that thing is not mining Monero anymore.
no.
It's impossible.
Yeah, and it's still an option on the app. So yeah, I'll leave that at that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if they're gonna do anything.
It's like you almost
because-
want to sit there and, like, just as a test tomorrow, see if you can pop it on the Monero and see if it even has a payout, because then it makes me question the whole validity of the whole box.
Right. You know, because if they put it on, if they let it get put on Monero and it's not getting paid out, like,
Or if it gets paid out still, and you're on Monero, that means it's not mining, in my opinion.
I mean, or maybe they updated it.
Or maybe
But
they
I
updated
have-
it
but I
without you
haven't
knowing about it.
Right. I haven't seen any release notes come out or anything. So
Right.
I don't know.
And without being able to verify that they were able to update it, you got to assume that there was no update then. And if you get a payout on it, it's, to me, I think it reverts to my original opinion, which is it's not mining any kind of crypto. It's doing data. It's basically they're just plugging you into a data farm.
Yeah.
And that makes the most sense, because they're going to get paid buku cash to have a cloud computing service, and by having you hold on to some hardware, they can have a bigger virtual building.
Correct.
And then all they have to do is they get paid in fiat, and then they're like, oh, these guys will get paid out in Bitcoin, so we're just going to give them some Satoshis instead. And if that's the case, that means there's a whole bunch more money left on the table that they're not giving up to, and they're maximizing their profit on the backs of our electricity then.
That is true. Very true. I agree. So that's my feeling with that BTC payout, that it's a cover.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's a data box. I mean, that How much easier would it be to grow your company, but without having to worry about a bigger facility, or you have to go get a new facility and got to be careful where you get this facility because of electricity, and oh my God, electricity itself.
Right. It's a sleight of hand on the owners of the box.
Yep.
You know, he goes in, boom, there goes the dynamite.
And now they're wanting you to hold your Bitcoin with them, and they'll give you interest. I mean, are they going to have a similar issue to the banks where they over-leverage themselves?
Right.
Or are they, you're just going to go onto the app one day and it's just going to say penis?
Say, sorry, we went to the Bahamas.
Right? They just got a picture of Cancun on it. It's like, oh. Yeah, nerd. BitConnect!
Yeah.
I got that. I have that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna check it right now that we're talking about it. I'm gonna check it just to make sure that it's not.
Yeah, because that's been another issue. Is it randomly just turns off?
Yeah, the other day, because it has a light on the side that indicates what it's mining due to the color on the side. And the other day, it was doing its weird white, but it goes like.
Almost like the Knight Rider thing.
Yeah, and that's an indication that it's actually offline. So I went in there and I was like, what is it doing? And I was like, oh, it's offline. Why is it offline? How long has it been offline?
Right, it doesn't even
Because
tell you that either.
You don't know any of that stuff. It doesn't tell you when it's offline. You can't see anything other than an application on
a
your
phone.
Like, whoa. Like, the camera is super dark for that.
It doesn't like your phone. It's like, oh.
That's really right. It was like, oh my goodness. I blinded my own camera.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it is mining. It's still on. Because now I have to actually, keep up with it more because of that.
Right, because he's using that not in his main mining area. He's got it in his kids' room to help keep it warm.
Yeah.
Yo.
Because the back of my house gets cold. So you might as well use it. Utilize the heat that it puts off. Just as it is.
But you get no looking at what the miner's doing. You don't get to see the overclock on it. You don't know if it's been BIOS modded. You can't pull power back on it. So if you live in an area where you get a little bit of a higher electric bump on it, you can't even play with pulling power off of it. It is 100%. This is what it is. You don't get to see it mine. You don't get nothing. You are for somebody who knows nothing about mining and they just want to say that they're a miner, yeah, you can spend, $650, $700 and you're a miner. You get the mining experience of that hot, dry air. Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
That was a good one.
But, it's
a good one.
So, for those type of people that, they want to be, I'm a cool guy, I'm a miner, yeah. It's like you could have done all that same thing probably on your main PC and been in full control over it, had MSI Afterburner on there if you got NVIDIA, Global Wattman for AMD, and you can sit there and directly control what you're doing. It's like, I don't know how much heat that thing puts out because it's over at your place, but if they're running this thing at full tilt, that means
it puts out quite a bit of heat.
Right, which means at some point in time that it's going to start thermal throttling itself and cutting out. And God knows if that's the issue that you're periodically seeing. Is it actually getting overheated every so often?
Right. It's a good possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd says they're selling the data they extract from your phone app to pay you.
Yeah.
That's a good possibility, man.
Dude, we said the same thing.
That was one of our
because you had to give it permissions.
Yeah, it asked for permissions on the phone, and I was like, why?
Why do you need to know my private stuff?
Yeah. I completely agree with that one. It's more likely that's you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's more likely probably what it is. To be honest.
Yeah,
That
no,
would-
they got
that would
they
make
got
a lot
a
of
full
sense.
they got a full contact list. Oh, that means they got John's number. Call him. Be like, you've been compromised.
That's funny. Yeah, so it's an interesting piece of hardware,
Yeah.
to say the least. I really hope that they implement in all the things that they say they're going to.
And if they don't, I'm gonna have a fun time taking it apart. I will
I've
do
thought
it.
about it. I was like, I'm just gonna tear this motherfucker apart and get the parts out of it. Cause,
Yeah, but
it's like a full computer inside there, man. Like you get a motherboard, you get the RAM, you get the CPU,
right.
you get a an RX 578 gigabyte. And yeah. I've thought about it.
Gundy's like, it's a data game now. Well, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. I mean, everything. You're just trying to get data so that what you do next is more precise, more informed, and you build it faster with more momentum. You can apply that to anything: mining, building a rig, setting up programs. Anything that you do at your job, input idea here.
It's your adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he went there. Oh.
Yeah, I went there. I did that.
Right.
So we are rolling at
An
an
hour
hour
and 40.
minutes as always. It always just takes that one good question.
Oh yeah, and you have a couple of people that always sitting here conspiring against us with good questions. You know they do this on purpose.
I know they do, and I love you guys for doing it. That's
Right.
for sure. This doesn't need more input.
Right. 1307 hash on a Ryzen 2400G. Huh. I get
No APU mining, just score.
just on my
Yeah.
core for a Threadripper, the
Gunny says, yep.
1900X is like 4,000 hash.
That's a good point, nerd. He says Yen got a whole lot of data. You gotta stay frosty. He says change your passwords if you traded on there. With the integrations that were there. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's better safe than sorry. Not saying that they are gonna do that, but it is better safe than sorry. It is crypto. It is the wild, wild west, and I've seen crazier shit happen. That's for sure.
Yeah, and if you're on Yen, before you exit out of Yen, turn off your link between Yen and whatever account you're also trading on, the API link.
Kill your APIs.
Kill it on both ends. And if you have it in Coinbase, it is not in the API section. It's in the history section. And you go into there, and all you have to do is just click an X. Turns it off. It's nice and easy, guys. So definitely stay frosty out there. Binance, for me, I'd already turned off whenever they were like, oh, no more Americans. We're going to give you your own section now. I was already off of the platform.
Yep, I never opened up trading on Binance.
Yeah, I did it
Yen,
just to
so-
check it out because I had never seen an integration like that before, and I wanted to play
Right.
with it just a little bit. But yeah, I turned all that stuff off, and yep.
Yep, so, make sure you turn off your API keys, everybody. And then make sure you shut it off on both ends. Just to be safe. Like Nerd just says, he goes, I trust them. He goes, but you never know. And that's exactly right. Like, I trust them, but you never know.
Right.
What if someone gets them?
Right.
And then they have all of our stuff just because they got them.
Right.
So
Think
you
about
got got by them getting got.
think about like Target, right?
Mhm.
Target didn't give up anybody's information. they got hacked, and a bunch of people's credit card information all got compromised.
Yep.
Thousands of people. It had nothing to do with Target.
Target shouldn't have been keeping their credit card numbers, but
Right.
I mean, let's get honest here. There's no reason for them to keep that data, but they were keeping it. And even though you trust Target, they got hacked and they lost all their data.
Right.
So, it's it's not like it's them. It's someone else that could be doing it.
Right.
He says, I made good money on Binance. He goes, I paid for a lot of software. There's a lot of people that made a lot of good money.
Dude, a lot of people did. I'm not saying that they're bad. It's like, dude.
This is Target shouldn't have been running RDP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, guys.
Yep. So I'm thankful that you guys have all shown up over here for our 1 year little anniversary. And many more to come, guys. Many more. I see myself working with this dude for a long time. So with that, guys, I hope to see you all on DCA Adventures, and I will see all of your smiling faces on the next vid I drop here.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo!